Okay, welcome everybody to the Space and Rocket Review. You two girls, tell your friends. Space and Rocket Review. It is October 30th, 2024. And oh, we got some news. We got some pretty good, some pretty good news. Some pretty good news. There's some pretty good news. We got a lot of news coming from Dave Limp. But we also have a Starlink mission happening in just a couple minutes. Welcome everybody. I am EJ, your host for the Space and Rocket Review, the only host for the Space and Rocket Review. I'm trying to make these a little bit more formal. Is it working? Like, all right, we'll roll with it. Don't forget to nominate me for a streamer award. Dave Limp. I'm trying to make this a little more regimented, so if somebody clicks on this VOD, like you, they're not going to be completely confused. Like if somebody sees this on a YouTube and they're like, oh man, that guy looks weird. Let's space, click, you know. You know, I like to picture my Space News host wearing a tuxedo t-shirt, you know, with giant angel's wings and singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner. I am so orange on an HDR screen. Wow. Yes. We have spicy news too? Oh, okay. All right, let me just get all the links here. All right, hold on. Check something. There we go. All right. In other news, Jack won't stop calling New Glenn Glenny, and here's why. Here's the news from Dave Limp. Let me just make sure I have everything kind of organized there. Okay, here, check this out. This morning, GS1, the first New Glenn flight article for the first flight of New Glenn's, rolled out of Blue Origin's factory to Slick 36. It's a nice, very nice, from Dave Limp. That's pretty cool. So, what is he saying? So, Dave Limp is the CEO of Blue Origin, right? New Glenn's. New Glenn's GS1 is on the move. Our transporter comprises 2 trailers connected by cradles and a strongback assembly designed in-house. There are 22 axles and 176 tires on this transport vehicle. It's towed by an Oshkosh M1070. Yeah, a repurposed U.S. Army tank transporter. With 500 horsepower and 1,800 foot-pounds of torque. Very nice. Seems fitting that we named it Gert. They named their truck Gert, giant, enormous rocket truck. The distance between Gert's front bumper and the trailer's rear bumper is 310 feet. 96 meters. No. 93 meters. About the length of a football field. Oh, God. Oh, man, after my own heart. Anything but the metric system. It's a 23-mile, multiple-hour journey to our pad because we have to take the long way around. Yep. Gert. You didn't show a picture of Gert. Where is Gert? All right. Is that an Oshkosh 1070 towing an M88A2? I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. Best tank ever made right there. See that? Look at that. Look at that thing. Best tank ever made. Hey, Hokie, what's going on? Yeah, yeah, yeah. M88, you know. Amazing. M88s are pretty cool. You know why? Do you know why they're cool? You don't know why. Because, you know, most of the time you're thinking tanks have some kind of, you know, gun or something, right? That's everybody think, you know, like, oh, you know, let's go fight. Let's go fight with a gun, right? No, 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 no. No, no. They'll never expect a tank with a crane on it. They'll never expect it. You guys are stupid. They'll be looking for tanks with guns on it. No, no. No, no. No, no. No one's expecting you to bring a tank with a crane attached to the top into battle. No one's expecting that. Yeah. You guys are stupid. They'll be looking for army guys. Yep. Yep. That's pretty awesome. Cool. So, we will get more into Newglands. Also, that 1070 is dope, and I kind of want one. I want to see how much they go for. We'll get into that in a second, but let's go right here and see what's going on. This is the Starlink, what is it, 1013? Starlink 10-13, all right. I prefer my tank to be a bulldozer. Well, there's a military version of a Cat D9 squarish, so, you know. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but what they don't know is this tank with this A-frame on it enables me to pick up other tanks and fight by lifting things. You worked on that too? It's a beast? The D9? Oh yeah. What's the name for it, DX? They're the 1703 now. You work daily on the 17. Oh, word, dude. Fun fact, 2 M88s can fully suspend up a fully armored D7. Fish. I kind of want to know how, but I just army things. But also, that's pretty cool. I can't remember. We only have one on our site. Oh, here we go.
Falcon 9 tanks are pressing for strong bag retract.
Okay. So, this is the Starlink 10-13 launch. This is a Falcon 9 launch from Slick 40 down at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. This is SpaceX's 105th mission of the year. 103rd Falcon 9 launch this year. It's carrying 23 Starlink V2 minis. And what core do we have? Tonight's core flying is booster...
Strongback lower has started.
First stage booster 1078 as opposed to second stage booster, EJ. Great choice of words, moron. Anyway, this is booster 1078. Wait, is this the first... Hold on. Manifest. What do you think? Oh, yeah, that's flown a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14th reflight for 1078. It's going to land out on a short fall of Gravitas, one of SpaceX's autonomous spaceport drone ships. Yes, Jack. Mm-hmm. It's your birthday, Ben, over in the YouTube chat. Well, happy birthday, buddy. New Glinny. Yuri, I swear to God. All right, so let's just make sure we're live. Guys, I'm going to run some pre-roll ads here before the launch. If X video decides to cooperate. Just so people don't get a pre-roll ad or any ads on the Twitch side of things during launch. YouTube side, I don't know. Sorry, I'm still working on that AdSense thing. So, if you see ads, well, that sucks.
Go at throttle up.
I was wondering why Slick 40 can't be converted for Falcon Heavy. Trench isn't the right size. Brandon. Yeah, the way they put rockets on pad 40, the trench is going in the wrong direction. because it's 90 degrees offset. Right? The trench goes that
Stage
way.
1 lock load complete.
Hey, PCT, what's up, man? 73 months. Love launches with EJ. Yeah, me too, man. Really like your live shows. Thanks, Paul. So, see how the trench is going this way? The trench is, it's not really wide enough here. It's designed for a Titan 3. It's wide enough for a Titan 3, but Falcon Heavy is just a little bit too wide for this. And if you think about it, SpaceX is integrating from that direction, meaning the horizontal integration facility is that way, and the flame trench is going that way, right? So the flame trench does have the right shape. It's the right shape. It's just a little bit too small, and it's 90 degrees offset from the direction that the transporter erector
Stage 2 lock load
puts Falcon 9 together. So yeah, you'd have to do a major modification to the pad to modify this for heavy. So much so that back in the day, SpaceX just went and leased another pad for Falcon Heavy, because trying to adapt this one, no way. Good question, though.
Gas launch closeouts has started.
Hey, Jay, you missed my 6-month resub on Twitch. I upgraded not this name, though. Oh, cooking. 6 months at tier 1. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. If it was on, if I was on a break, I didn't have my headset on. Well, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Okay, we're 1 minute out. Falcon 9 should go into startup here.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
See, I told you. Interesting, DX.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
SpaceX launch director, go for launch.
LD reports go. Hockey Tom, 32-month resub. Thank you. Trevor on NSF just said
Minus 30 seconds.
Falcon looks like a Star Wars Star Trooper. Okay. Picking up the count, T-minus 20 here. Where does the flame hole go?
15 seconds.
Right, it goes in the square hole. 10.
Minus 10, 9, 8.
Sound suppression water
7,
system is on.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Starlink 10-13 taking off from a slightly overcast day down in Central Florida here. T plus 20 seconds. Should get a call for good
Stage
shit.
1 propulsion is nominal.
That. Next step here would be power and telemetry. Okay. We got a northeastern trajectory from the roll program of the vehicle. Northeast is that way. So you see how it rolled all the way? This camera's 90 degrees offset to the kind of pitch axis of Falcon. So that means Falcon's going this way because our
Power
camera's
and
90
telemetry
degrees
nominal.
off. There's the call for power and telemetry. Looking good here. We got a northeast track. That's Slick 41 over there. Kennedy Space Center right there. You should be able to see 39A coming into view right there. Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex is right there, and then there's Blue Origin right there. Complex 39 coming into view at the top of the screen. Yeah, Yarg, it's just work now. There's the VAB right there. 39B, SLS's launch pad right there. Got maximum dynamic pressure, peak aerodynamic load, peak aerodynamic compression load. You can do this on the vehicle. They're doing max Q. That's why they throttle the engines back. Should be coming out of that now. Got a nice view. A little overcast down in Florida today, but not bad, not bad. Soyuz is more reliable than Falcon statistically, Jaeger. That won't last. It's just nice to see some clouds. Yeah, Ben. Yeah, Ben. Yep. Okay, we're over 2 seconds in, or 2 minutes, 2 seconds in. 2 minutes into the flight here, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Vehicles traveling 6,000 kilometers an hour, 47 kilometers up.
MVAC chill underway.
Second stage thermal conditioning has started, meaning that they're priming the second stage engine and making sure it's at operating temperature to be able to fire. You're looking up the business end of the second stage here. T plus 2 minute 30 seconds should get to main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
There it is. Upper stage ignition. Got a good ignite on the second stage.
MVAC ignition.
First stage is now going to coast here, using its cold gas nitrogen thrusters to reorient the stage for landing. Fairing separation should be happening now.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Good separation on both fairing halves, exposing 23 Starlink V2 minis to the vacuum. Those fairing halves will actually kind of sail down, back down to the surface, and use a parafoil to land out in the ocean where they'll be recovered. Yeah, Frackery, the fairings have a little parachute, kind of a parafoil that it deploys, and then the fairing kind of becomes a hang glider and then lands in the water like a seaplane. Yeah, that's how they get the fairings back. Yep. Would the entry burn be visible where you're at? No, I'm way too far north. Rocket making its way up the eastern seaboard here. T plus 4 minutes, 20 seconds. First stage is traveling at 7180 kilometers an hour at 115 kilometer altitude. Second stage is past 10,000 kilometers an hour, traveling at 139 kilometer altitude. Okay. When New Glenn launch? Probably the end of November, Basia. Miss Jellyfish launches when we move across the country. Am I making stuff up, or did older Starlink missions launch close to 60 satellites? No, they did, Vargon. The Starlink V2s are a little bit beefier. That's why they that's why there's only 23. As opposed to 2 stacks of 30. Okay, should be coming up here on my absolute favorite part. What are the Merlin engine nozzles made of? Dale, that's it's a metal alloy consisting of niobium and carbide,
Discovery,
if
go
I'm
at throttle up.
remembering right. The reason why they do that is passive cooling on the nozzle. There's no air to keep that nozzle nice and cool, so it needs to glow. It radiates.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
It radiates out its heat
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
through blackbody radiation. There's the best part: supersonic retropropulsion. Falcon 9 is now firing its engines in the upper parts of the atmosphere. Oh, she's coasting a little bit. Upper parts of the atmosphere to not only slow the booster down, but to keep it enveloped in a cool column of gas to avoid the
Go at throttle up.
damaging
Entry burn
effects
shutdown.
from ionized air causing plasma and heating the vehicle. Yeah. They fire the engines at the plasma, and that gets the plasma to move away. Good mood, James. Tier 2, 91 month resub. Thank you very much. Grid fins will now kind of take over here as the Falcon 9 first stage gets lower into the atmosphere. T plus 7 minutes. First stage is at 4,500 kilometers an hour and decelerating very fast. 15 kilometers off the deck. Stage 2, 18,300 kilometers an hour at 150 kilometers in altitude. Aerodynamic perturbations are really, really moving that first stage around as it gets lower and lower into the atmosphere.
Stage 1 transonic.
Stage 1, like I said, decelerating very quickly in preparation for its landing burn. Basically, as the first stage gets lower into the atmospheric pressure goes up and it makes more drag on the vehicle, causing it to slow down. But it's only going to slow down to a certain extent. It's not going to slow down enough to be able to, land in one piece unless it does what you're about to see, firing its engines for the landing burn. Landing burn should start here momentarily.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Okay, there's the landing burn on Falcon 9.
Terminal guidance.
Grid fins doing some work here, but right before this thing lands out on that the drone ship, shortfall of gravitas, the grid fins should lock into place because they're no longer needed. Landing leg deploy, grid fins locked, and
Discovery,
touchdown.
go at throttle up.
8 minute 22nd. We got a touchdown on that first stage.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
1078 doing another
Stage 2 FPS is
mission.
saved.
Another mission in the books. Stand by. The next thing here should be second stage engine cutoff, targeting around 27,000 kilometers an hour. We have positive perigee. Second stage engine cutoff.
MVAC shutdown.
There we go. Stand by for the call for nominal orbital insertion.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Told you. Stage velocity 27,304. Another mission in the books for SpaceX. Another 23 Starlinks on orbit. Dang, that's cool, dude. That thing nailed that landing. Hold on a second. I want to see that again. That was like bullseye landing.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Landing leg deploy.
That was quite good. Oh yeah, Yarg. Oh, dude, look at the chop out there.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
There's definitely some chop.
Stage 2 FPS is saved.
Whoa. Dude, there's some chop and that thing made it look smooth. Are these direct to cell? Some of them are, Brandon. Some of them aren't. I don't know.
Landing leg deploy.
Oh,
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
dude. Dude, that's something else, man. Like, yeah, Yarg, it's crazy. It's boring. It's boring. I remember when I was there. I was at the Cape when the first one of these landed. It was ridiculous. And now people are just like, oh, it landed. Like, it's more of a story if one crashes than it is if one lands. You're just expecting it to land. Coltec, you're right. I never thought we would ever get to this point. Like, this is crazy. I can't get over it. It's like, it's messing with my head, dude. Like that's a 15-story building. If you live in a city, go look at a building that's 15 stories tall. That's how tall a Falcon 9 first stage is. This drone ship, the deck on the drone ship's the size of a soccer field. It's the size of a soccer pitch, man. The scale here is ridiculous. You can walk in this area here, easily walk in that area. Like, I'm almost 2 meters tall. I can walk underneath this. No problem. The scale here is just, like, even with Falcon 9, which is the tiny one compared to landing a Super Heavy is almost 3 times the diameter there. Check out the rocket wash on the ocean. Yeah, they sometimes spray down the deck, Nick. They spray down the deck with water to protect it, because rocket engine. Do you think they'll ever make a tablet with direct Starlink, direct to cell? I don't see why they wouldn't. No, before the deck effects. I'm sorry, what? Oh, the wash. Yeah. Okay, all right. I see what you're saying.
Deploy.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Can I just look at something here real quick? I just want to point out the shadow of the booster eclipses the camera for a second. Watch. The shadow from the booster landing. Watch.
Landing leg deploy.
See? Oh my goodness, that's so cool. All right. Dude, look at that. Yo, we got some surf out there and this thing just landed, no problem. Are there videos of how Octograbber grabs the rocket? Not public, Baranok. Do you want me to explain it? Yes, it is indeed floating. What's up, Buzz? It's good to see you again, brother. How you doing? So Baranok, Octograbber, so the thing that they used to save Falcon 9. So the first thing you got to know about Octograbber, or Octograbber, or whatever it's called, it's this thing, okay? So this is what they use to save the thing so it doesn't rock around on the drone ship. One is being deployed out of the garage on that drone ship right now. They just don't show it. So how does this thing work? SpaceX built these vehicles. They're in-house, like a one-off thing. They got they got 2 tank treads here. And first of all, okay, the best way to explain this is like, it's powered on shore power, but shore power for this thing is being powered off of the drone ship. So these aren't necessarily remote controlled. See that thing right there? That's the cable. That's the power and data cable right there. You have 4 PTZ cameras in either corner or either end right here. And then you have 2 tank treads that are powered by basically on a worm drive. Actually, those could be electro-hydraulic. That could just be your hydraulics there. But anyway, it looks like SpaceX lifted the tank treads off of like a bulldozer or something. And then they made this vehicle. So how does this thing work? Well, see this gray thing up here, the steel piece? This is when they were doing a mass simulator test. This thing, Octograbber basically drives underneath Falcon 9. Like I said, there's some space underneath there. It basically drives in between the 2 landing legs. Right? And it centers itself with the PTZ cameras. Automatically, might I add. It centers itself with the PTZ cameras underneath Falcon 9 and then rotates to get these 4 arms in position. Now, what do the 4 arms do? So the 4 arms are actually kind of down when the thing drives under Falcon 9. But what the 4 arms are designed to do is grab Falcon 9's hold down points, the same points that they use to hold the thing to the pad. So once again, that's the strongest part of the rocket because it needs to hold the rocket to the pad when all 9 engines are firing, right? So this is a test piece that they're using right there. But picture the bottom of Falcon 9 right here, right? And because these are all variable height, like if the drone ship's walking back and forth, like it can raise up and just raise one over the other and grab it if it needs to. Or if the thing comes in kind of crooked, if it breaks or crushes one of the legs, the crush core legs, you can grab it when it's off-centered. That's what they're doing in this test, by the way. So these arms, the PTZ cameras automatically center this thing, and then the arms go and grab at the hold down points. And now here's the craziest part of this whole thing. So like, okay, it grabs it. Now what? What does it do? It move it? No. What happens is these things deploy even further, and the tank treads are actually landing gear. They can retract. The tank treads actually pull up, and this thing sets itself into the ground or onto the deck of the drone ship. If you look right there, see that strut and see how the struts are set up for the tank treads? The tank treads can actually just retract up like landing gear on an airplane. And that sets this thing into the ground. And if you look, this stuff is this is thick boy steel right here. That's really thick. Once again, look at the generator in the background if you want to understand the scale of the Octograbbers. They are very Very big. They're gigantic. They're like as big as a tank. That's why I said these treads got to be from a bulldozer or something, because this thing is big. Yeah, it's big. And because this thing is so dang heavy, it sets itself down, and it basically, the weight keeps Falcon 9 basically from shifting around on the drone ship, because the drone ships they have surf, right? It's out in the ocean. So if you get some chop, right, you get some waves, right, the Falcon 9 will actually move back and forth. It'll skitch around on the drone ship deck. And yeah, you don't want that. SpaceX's initial solution was airplane jacks and then welding the jacks to the deck. That didn't prove to be tenable if you're landing one of these things all the time, so they made these instead. Every drone ship has one of these things. Excavator more likely. I'll bet you we could figure out what those treads are off of. SpaceX didn't make those treads. Those are definitely off of something. Like, why re-engineer the wheel or tread? And we know that SpaceX made these things in-house. So, like I said, this is what SpaceX does. Let's just take this bulldozer apart and make it into a first stage safing vehicle. Not dozer or tank, rubber tire track system. Yeah, I noticed that. It's got rubber. Like, I'm actually curious. I've never actually bothered to look, Buzz, but this is some kind of construction equipment, you know? Well, you want rubber on asphalt or concrete. Dude, what do you think? You ever see? I know I've seen treads like this on heavy equipment. I just don't know what heavy equipment. Like, but we know, you know good and well, those are just, SpaceX just bought a bulldozer and or something and just took it apart and made that instead. They do that, dude. They hot rod stuff all the time. It's so freaking cool. Yeah, they do that. Once again, I firmly believe this, and I can't prove it, but I firmly believe that the chopsticks, these things right there, they built them out of hot rodded oil rig parts. I'm pretty damn sure. The reason why is because if you go back and look, right when those chopsticks initially got delivered to not South Padre Island, to Boca Chica, they were painted. They were painted yellow. Nobody buys steel and it comes painted from the factory. Dude, they parted out something and made the chopsticks with it, dude. Like, I'm pretty dang sure. Yeah, that looks like, here, hold on. Mini excavator. Yeah, dude. See, these mini excavators have treads that look like that. Like, if you look, oh, look at it. It's a little baby excavator. Dude, I want one. That's sick. See, that's what it looks like. It looks like some mini excavator treads. Road milling machine? It looks like a curb machine, honestly. A curb machine, okay. Yeah, those are, maybe. Those treads don't look exactly right. Where does the human go? That's right, it goes in the square hole. It looks like something from a ripsaw. I don't think they're the right shape for a ripsaw, Andrew, but it's the same idea. Privet, Arsen. How are you? Trackpads look like they're from an M9 ACE or an M113. There's no way those are M113 tracks, I don't think. No. Oh, but M113s are cool. Yeah, nah, I don't know. I think they'd get something more off the shelf. They have the oil rigs Phobos and Deimos. In Goose, we did see them take parts off of those things. They started kitting them out, and I always just assumed that they just lifted parts off Phobos and Deimos and just use that to make the chopsticks. It wouldn't be the first time. SpaceX has absolutely done that before. I really want to know. I really want to know now what these things, what the parts came off of. Totally not on the Caterpillar website. Looking for, all right, attachments, drivetrain, see all categories. I'm going to shop around for the excavator of my needs. Look at the trackpads on this. I don't think it's long. I don't think those are long enough, but definitely the right idea. Engines? 67,000. Okay. Excavator. This is parts. Hold on. Hang on. Gotta get off the parts website. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Investors? Possibly you. Cat. Bruh. We'll get back to new Glinsing in a second. Cat products and services. New products. Equipment. All right, let's take a look. Cold planers. Dozer. Dude, look at that D11. Look at that D11. That's pretty sick. See, here we go. Dude, like I said, look, they're excavator parts from a medium excavator. That's it. Those are them. That's absolutely it. Yeah, see, they just lifted parts off of the excavator. That's, I mean, those ones don't have rubber tracks, right? But maybe a small excavator. We need something with rubber tracks. Do these things have rubber tracks? 315 GC? Nope, those are steel. Nope. Damn it. Okay, mini excavator. That's right, it goes in the square hole, the mini excavator hole. Dude, I want one of these. That thing's so cool. Here, 306 CR. Let's look. Those have rubber tracks. Those have rubber tracks. I work for Case Construction if you need a hookup. Really, Frank? Find me a broken one. Find me a broken one and I'll fix it on stream. Do I know what I'm doing? No. I'll figure it out. Right? I'm serious. I'm serious. I need to do some grading in the back of my yard, so finding a broken one and then fixing it and then selling it when I'm done with it, Not a bad idea. Wifey sees you. My wife is not on this continent, so there is nothing she can do about it. It's just a mid-sized rubber track machine. Yeah. Yep. It's more likely this. Yeah. Maybe. Point is, it's definitely some construction equipment that SpaceX is like, yeah, we'll take one of those. Yeah, just rip it apart. Quick Bremer lock the accounts. Now I have a business account for write-offs. Sigh? What do you mean, sigh? What do you mean? The guy, Rankley says he works for Case. You can get a broken one for nothing. Find a broken one, fix it, and sell it to SpaceX. Now that's a 5-head solution. Be careful with hydraulics. Injection injuries are no joke. Oh crap, my phone's ringing. Oh crap. Can I help you? Yeah. What? Taking advantage of? No, you're good.
Only my continent, I'm slightly incapacitated. You're taking advantage of me to go buy excavators.
No.
Kind of what it seems like to me.
No, never do that. We weren't talking about that. What are you talking about? Yeah. What?
Feel like you're lying to me.
You woke up Titan. Look what you did. See? Titan wants heavy equipment, don't you, buddy? You want heavy equipment? No?
I can't see.
Titan, you want an excavator? You're good at digging. You like digging.
Our excavator.
What? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. You're going into a tunnel. Oh, sorry, the call dropped. What? No, that wasn't. No. The signal dropped. Even Titan knows that was a bad move. Alright, fine. Well, it was nice knowing you. No, I got until Brimo comes back till we're good. Sweetheart, I love you. You know I wouldn't do it without consulting you. Do you have to call me out like that, dude? Man. Titan said, "Don't get us in trouble, Dad." Yeah. So have you thought about life insurance? No, I'm good. I love you too, and I know. See? We're good. Yeah, I know, Silly. You're right. Yeah, right. Sides with his mom. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right. Enough, dude. Go lie down, okay? What? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not gonna. I wasn't gonna do it. Maybe. Rankley retracts his last statement. I need no more enemies. Sweetheart, we could use it for yard work. I'm not lying. lying? Why do you think I'm lying? Why would you say that? He can smell your fear. He heard his mommy. Yeah, that's right, Pat. That woke him up. All right. He wants you to bring Brimo back. Yeah. Can he hold up one ear and put it down? No, he has a floppy ear. One of his ears is floppy. The other one is not. When both ears are up, he looks like a chihuahua. See? All right. Stop. Enough. Go lie down, dude. We have to. The space news. We got to see what Dave Limp said. Anyway. Here. Look at this. Oh. Also, we'll just have to buy an M1070 instead. It's fine. And if anybody asks, chat, we're talking about graphics cards. Okay. Yeah. An Oshkosh M1070 GTX Ryzen ATI 3DFX card. Nodders, yeah. Nodders. Titan would like to discuss New Glenn's. Yeah, so Blue Origin rolled out with New Glenn from their factory to the pad. That booster looks pretty dang complete to me. Ooh, an Amazon 7. Yep. Yep. Wait, you're buying me a graphics card? No. No. I love how he talks about Gert, but he didn't show a picture of Gert. Come on, Dave. Why would you get a graphics card that's old? Oh, yeah, that's right. You know that. Here, look at this picture. Oh, yeah. That's a picture of the same transporter being moved into the horizontal integration facility. There's Gert. There he is. Hey. There's Gert right there. Look at that, you little Gert. You little meat. I concur with buying an Oshkosh. Yeah. Yeah. You can also see the transporter erector. The TE. There it is. So, see this attachment piece right there? That attachment piece hooks into this thing. Pretty pogs. Pretty poggerts. Yeah, there's Gert. He's just Gerting over there. You know what? I got an idea. Yep. Lenny. Yep. Yeah. Oh, LSR just replied with me. No. We don't want to ruin the thread. Okay. All right. We don't want to ruin the thread. Compromise and get this. Is that a Unimog with a... Have... What? All right, okay. What is this? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Why did I do this? Do not buy a PennDOT truck. Okay. Oh God. Oh, this is bad. Why did I do this? I don't know why. I just did it, and I'm not stopping for whatever reason. Dude, a B series. A B series extended cab? What the funkin' waggles is going on here? Primo, it's a B series with an extended cab. A B series, lady. Oh, there's my jam right there. Yeah, R690. That's what I'm talking about. It's $1,200. It's 1,200. Nope. All right. I am actually stopping now. That's bad. Yep. That's bad. The SEE tractor I operated that's Frankenstein's monster, case backhoe, Schmidt front end loader on a Freightliner chassis. Ugh. You need a special license for that? Yeah, don't worry about it. I know people. What did you link up? Oh, crap. Oh, okay. All right, we don't need to worry about buying one of these. I cannot afford that. Yeah, no, we don't need to worry about that. I can't afford that. That's good. They're only 6 figures for one of those things. Yeah, no, we're good. Titan, do you see Nooglins? Look it's Nooglins. Who needs that much power? Me. Yet, Snake, I'm not going to lie to you. If I ever make that whistling diesel money, we're buying heavy equipment. I don't know what the hell I'm going to use it for. It's going to look like a Workers and Resources construction depot up in here. And no, I'm not, no, I don't care. That's what it's going to do. What would you do with it? With a 1070? I don't know. I mean, the thing has 1,800 foot-pounds of torque and could tow tanks. Like, maybe we should buy a tank. If we can look, if we can afford the 1070, we can afford the tank. What are you doing? Are you lying down? All right, whatever. Okay. That's fine. Anyway. All right, so we got more pictures from Dave Limp here. So he says, up next, integrated launch vehicle hot fire. And one of your favorite photos of the move. Dude, look at Gert doing its thing. Dude, look at that thing. Look at that stage. That thing is huge. Use it to plow snow in the winter. Yep. I'll come help you if you need it. We could build the new Venetian Theater. I'm in. Let's roll, brother. Let's roll. We'll assemble an army of construction equipment and then we'll build stuff with it. I don't know, dude. Dave Limp. Dave Limp. Look at that, dude. Two main machines are a Deere 6130 and a 325. Nice. Dude, that thing is freaking huge, man. That is a big piece of equipment. Look at the truck. You want scale here. So intersection, see, the intersection is a little misleading, dudes. It's a little misleading because these intersections around the Cape, we know, are carrying that 35-foot radius. So the intersection looks deceptively big. Look at the vehicle over on the left side of the screen. What's the name of the guy that rides with the oversized load? The truck. The support vehicle. Hi, bear. You could build a flame trench. Yeah, exactly. The spotter. Yeah, that's what it's called. The spotter truck. Look at it over there. I'm telling you, this is freaking... That thing is gigantic. In terms of where this is, I'm sure we could find it. I'm sure we could find the intersection. See, you know, you'd think... Oh, geez, don't knock over my Starship model. Please, I need that. Dave didn't say the transporter has 176 wheels. Right, Rocket? What a freaking chat of a stage. All right, let me take a look at this picture. So, the thing is, guys, you'd think it's turning out of here. It's not turning. It's just going past the light poles. So it was driving here and it switched. And they're just driving around the pole, so they don't. So the top of the booster doesn't hit the lights. Okay, so we have a split lane over there, no split lane here, with a painted median. 2 lanes over there, 5 lanes over there. I'm pretty sure I know where this is. Yep. You're welcome. Yeah, they said it took 6 hours to get out there, Buzz. Yeah, is that good enough? Did we find it? Come here. We found it, Titan. You want to go to Florida? Yeah? Yeah, we'll go to Florida sometime. No, not right now. Not right now. Not right now. I'm sorry. I know. I would love to right now, but not right now. Tiny Victory wants to see Titan? Okay. Just do a GeoGuessr at the Cape? Yeah. Why? Why? No, Alex, they're going to the right, screen right. Oh, look at this. Look at this tired pupper. Yeah, you're tired because we went on a WALK today. Hey, Sindri.
Go at throttle up.
21-3 sub. She says hi. Tiny Victory says hi, Titan. Can we get Puppy Cam more? As much as Titan wants to be on camera, sure. Yeah, so the Newglen's rocket. Newglen's has to go. It comes out of the facility here, right? And then it has to go down. It has to go down this way. It has to go through here. Down here. And then they have to go down this ramp. And then they have to go up Kennedy Parkway. The reason why they have to go up, they have to go up Kennedy Parkway, they have to go down the Crawlerway, they have to go past 39A, and then they have to go down Missile Row to Slick 36. The reason why they have to do that is because the bridge can't hold the rocket. That bridge is not load rated to move a first stage across it. It never was. Or at least a first stage this big. Yeah, they had to take the long way. That's the only way they can get across this with the roads, because the roads aren't. I mean, Buzz, you tell them, dude. A lot of these roads don't have a proper subgrade to be able to hold up that. It'll fall through the road, so you got to go on heavy roads. I have much faith in Blue to get this thing off the ground, but why did they make such a huge jump from New Shepard? Wouldn't it be better to gain some normal-sized experience? Probably Battle, but consider their normal size experience Vulcan. You know? Think about it, dude. First stage engines on Vulcan are BE4s, right? They're BE4s. New Shepard is a second stage prototype. They kind of inadvertently have, in a very Amazon logistics way of doing it, but they kind of have already. You're basically minimizing risk on building a heavy launch vehicle doing it this way. Right? Yeah, it makes sense. They already have second stage research. They have landing research from New Shepard. New Shepard, which is a glorified second stage. That's Jeff Bezos' words, not mine.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
And you have first stage. You have first stage trajectory ideas from New Shepard for second stages, from Vulcan for first stages. The only unknowns that really leaves is like a fairing deployment and a stage separation, which not the hardest things to get right. I mean, still pretty difficult, but not the hardest. Barbarian Jim, rocketry is at an age where you have to go big. Yeah. Geeson, tier 2, 85-month resub. A friend of mine breeds deer for racing. He's always trying to make a quick buck. You get no more pictures of Nuglins now because of that. Okay. Is this your chair now, or? Live footage from hell. What is that? Oh, cool. Get your own, Dad. Yeah. Your boss built the roadway for STS-1. We're talking over 24 inches of asphalt to make up for the impact and sound barrier break. They overbuilt them for sure, but the average runway for a spacecraft has at least 12 inches of asphalt and 18 inches of a subgrade of base material. Oh, 18 inches of base material above the subgrade. Yeah. You basically built a reinforced concrete bunker without the reinforcement and without the rooms inside. It's basically just a huge slab of concrete. That's awesome, dude. Can we get that in centimeters? 24 inches of asphalt is 60 centimeter. 12 inches of asphalt is 30 centimeter, and 18 is 45 centimeter. Give or take. We're talking soil cement, not limestone base. Yeah, that's nuts. What? Oh. Here, lie down. There you go. No, you don't want to? You don't want... Literally concrete roadway. You don't want to? You thirsty? You thirsty? He's like, yeah, he thinks he's people. You think you's people, eh? I'm just holding you so you don't fall. What am I supposed to do with this, man? Well, I can't throw him off. That's just messed up. You won't believe this. What's up? Okay. I can't really navigate the mouse, the computers correctly when one of my hand is around the canine. Hey, do you like space?
Discovery,
Yeah?
go at throttle up.
EJ's doggy care and rocket review. And excavators too. It rhymed. The one flappy ear is so cute. Yeah, see? He's got one flappy ear. You want to work with Dad today? Okay, bud. Okay. All right. Here. Let's go. Let's go to work. All right. So, what is this? What did you just link up? And who is that resub? Let's see. Let's do some work, pal. Hey, Buzz. All right. Hey. Tier 1. Screw ads. This is a fun channel. You have my sub, sir. Thanks, man. I don't ask for subs. I earn them. Aspace is joining the suborbital party, introducing the D6A suborbital spacecraft. In all seriousness, you probably don't need more than one of these guys. Yeah. Yeah, those little things. They're only $1,500. That's cool. Is he a healer? Yeah, he's a healer, Garlic. He's Australian cattle dog, but he's mixed with a couple of other things. He's got a little bit of pity in him, just a little bit, not a lot, and like hound. He's got hound and maybe even lab, if I had to guess. How old is Titan? Titan's 2. We adopted him in June. I think he's settled. I think he's settled in. No, stop. Go lie down. Yeah, Phoenix, something like that. So, Aspace is joining the suborbital party, the D6A. I wonder what D stands for. You need another chair. I kind of do, actually. Yeah, probably, Buzz. He's definitely got some hound in him. Like, if I ever show him outside, when he sniffs around, he does the thing that hounds do when they smell something. Aussie cattle dogs rules. Send it, mate. Sometimes you just gotta lick the stamp and send it. All right. We all know what it stands for. Yeah, Dagron. Dagron. No, enough. Go lie down. Yo, can I copy your answers? Yeah, go ahead. Just change it up a little bit. Oh, God. What are you doing back there? Hey! I said lie down. Lie down, pupper. What are you doing? Oh boy, I knew I should have put him inside. But the Starlink launch. Didn't have time. Alright, that has to be an AI image? No, it's just a mock-up. It's a suborbital. This is a suborbital vehicle with a service module and solar panels. It's just like all the aircraft carriers that China bought when the Soviet Union collapsed. Oh yeah, they're museums. Sure. Sure they are. Yes, I mean, just mix it up a little bit. That makes negative sense. No, it's suborbital. It's not a copy, Yarg. Damn, Geeson. All right, so next bit of news here is coming from Marcia Smith. Lockheed Martin has completed its acquisition of Terran Orbital. Bethesda, Maryland. Lockheed Martin has completed its previously announced acquisition of Terran Orbital, a leading manufacturer of innovative modular spacecraft serving the global aerospace and defense industries, and its subsidiary Tyvak International. Lockheed Martin has worked with Terran Orbital on projects including Space Development Agency programs and Lockheed Martin's technology demonstrations. The addition of Terran Orbital's spirit of entrepreneurship to the scale of Lockheed Martin means there is a great deal of opportunity to keep pushing the boundaries of technology and space solutions together, said Robert Lightfoot, President Lockheed Martin Space. Oh, that guy. He was the interim administrator. Dude. Sorry, I can't deal with this, man. Oh my God. The Chinese company you showed before, give me 1 second, we'll finish that in a moment. Chinese company you showed before tried to bid That same capsule designed to China's version of COTS, of commercial orbital transport services. Spoiler alert, they lost. Hang on, I have to check on him. What are you doing back there, man? There's nothing back here for you. Jeez. Get up here. Up. Hey. Give me 1 second. Hey. Calm down. Give me paw. There you go. Here, have some chewy. Yummy. That's yummy for Taito. Yeah. Yeah, plus we might have to. Zonkuzai, I too am excited for treat time. That killed your ears super heavy? Sorry. Yeah, that's right, Dave. He doesn't want to lie down. All right. Okay. Do the treats taste good? I don't know. He likes them. All right. Lie down, buddy. Lie down, buddy. It's work time. Okay. So, Terran Orbital offers a unique lineup of customizable spacecraft platforms, which include interchangeable components and mission services. When these are combined with Lockheed Martin's mission systems integration and payload expertise, the result includes more robust space capabilities. This is in addition to bolstered manufacturing practices driven by automation and robotics for increased capacity and speed and advanced testing techniques. Interesting. Modular satellites, huh? Modular satellites. The bark cancellation technology isn't out yet. Oh, sorry guys. I turned the suppressor off so you could hear Brimo on call. So yeah, you guys heard that unfiltered. Welcome to my life. They're quite loud. Sorry about that. My bad. Can you imagine I'm just sitting there watching TV, trying to relax after the stream, and then he walks up right next to me and boof! I'm like, oh, what the heck? The other day I was nodding off. I was dozing off. I'm just like, it was the day that I was super tired. I was nodding off. I'm like, oh. Bark right in my face. I'm like, isn't that every day? Yes. Phil, I got those space links. Let's keep going. So yeah, Terran, guys, I've been saying this with Lockheed Martin's acquisition. I've been saying this for a good while. Modular satellites are the way to go. I just happen to know a couple people that are working on modular satellites. Not at Terran, but yeah. They're kind of basically making satellites into Lego kits. And what that means is, like, in the future, if you want to maintain your satellite, right, you just send something up there, take a part off, put another part on. That's it. You could just upgrade your satellites over and over again instead of launching a new one. Anyway, China's commercial orbital transport services. What is this? I don't really cover China's space program here. That's what NSF is for. Like Apex, check this out. Literally the Amazon of satellites. Yes. Yep. China Space Station is going commercial. CNSA, that's a typo. CNSA is awarded Chinese National Space Administration. has awarded commercial supply contracts to 2 cargo spacecraft designs. One is named King Zhao by CAS to be launched on CAS Space's Connecta 2 next September, and one is named How Long. Hey Duff, what's going on? Isn't Hubble a modular satellite? To an extent, Snake, but not to the extent of which we're talking about here. China's Manned Space Agency. Okay, so it is CMSA. Okay, I got it. Excuse me. How long is that gonna last? I don't know. Hey Yuri, you ever notice those modules on their space station? That looks a lot like Prichal. And that looks a lot like Zvezda. And these modules on the sides look a lot like the Spectre modules from Mir. With our damn solar panels on them. But yeah. You ever notice that? That looks a lot like a DOS module. So Cygnus plus Dream Chaser, about the CAS cargo spacecraft, 2.75 ton payload capacity. The new suborbital one looks like Dragon, yeah. Huh. From Wish. There you go. All right. What else do we got here? Ooh, interesting news here. This is coming from European Spaceflight again by Andrew Parsonson. JAXA confirms inaugural Callisto flight test has slipped to 2026. Japan's National Space Agency, JAXA, has confirmed that the inaugural test flight of the Callisto reusable rocket demonstrator has slipped to 2026. The cooperative action leading to... Oh, God, another backronym. The cooperative action... Nah, it's not really. Cooperative action leading to launcher innovation in stage... It absolutely is. In stage tossback operations. Wow. Cope harder. Just call it Callisto. Jeez. Conceived in 2015 as a collaborative effort between the French Space Agency, CNES, the German Space Agency, DLR, and JAXA, the demonstrator will stand 14 meters tall and have a liftoff mass of around 4 tons. Primary goal of the project is to develop reusable rocket technology that can be applied to future rockets. So the demonstration vehicle has slipped, not even the... Okay. Okay. To be honest, their Soyuz version is better than Soyuz in some ways and more modern. Scott did a video about it. Yeah, of course it is. It's modern because it's got our components lifted in it, put inside of it. Saying. You can hate me for saying that, but it's true. All right. Anyway, let's keep going. This is the last thing that Creeper linked. Well, ULA studies Vulcan booster anomaly. It's also investigating fairing issues. What? A little more than a year ago, a snippet of video that wasn't supposed to go public made its way onto United Launch Alliance live broadcast of an Atlas V rocket carrying 3 classified surveillance satellites for the Space Force and National Reconnaissance offices. I swear I'm not drunk. On these types of secretive national security missions, the government typically requests that the launch provider stop providing updates onto the ascent into space with when the rocket jettisons its two-piece payload fairing a few minutes after launch. Should be no live video, but the public saw a video of the clamshell-like payload fairing falling away from Atlas V. It wasn't pretty. Numerous chunks of material, possibly insulation, from the inner wall of the payload shroud's two shells fell off the fairing. The embedded video below shows the moment of...
Coming up on fairing jettison. Fairing jet.
Oh.
CFR separation is completed as
CFLR
well.
forward
Throttle
jettison.
back
Yeah,
up.
that's bad. That's,
Fired the pyro valves.
That
activating the
that
release
much
control
debris
system.
flying around during stage separation most
Stage.
likely broke something.
Coming up on fairing jettison.
Have you seen the full load test of ship 33? I think the additional propellant is quite noticeable.
Fairing jet.
No.
And CFR separation is completed as well. Throttling back up.
Yeah, you're right. Like I said, they're doing, at least they're doing something. But, yeah. Innovate. Stop copying people. Yeah, that wasn't ice. Exactly. So, I'm confused. What does this have to do with Vulcan, then? The debris from the payload fairing was evident to viewers of the broadcast, but more than a year later, the company still says it's investigating the issue. It's an Atlas. That's... Payload fairing debris could pose a risk to sensitive components on the spacecraft that the shroud is supposed to protect. Space Force and the NRO have not acknowledged any damage to the 3 satellites carried by Atlas V in September of 2023. These 3 satellites are the first trio of spacecraft for a joint Space Force NRO program codenamed Silent Barker, as opposed to Not Silent Barker. Silent Barker satellites fly in geosynchronous orbit over the equator, serving as watchdogs, tracking potential threats to multi-billion-dollar military and intelligence gathering satellites. Same fairing between an Atlas and Vulcan. Right. Vulcan and Atlas V use similar composite payload fairings, both made by Beyond Gravity, the space division of the Swiss company Revue. Same company also supplies payload fairings for Ariane 6 and Vega. Beyond Gravity manufactures Atlas and Vulcan rockets adjacent to ULA's rocket facility in Decatur, Alabama. Yeah, they are not the same fairing. They are not the same fairing. Don't ask me how or why I know that. They are not the same fairing. They might look the same, might be made in the same factory. They're not the same. They are absolutely not the same. No way. How or why do you know that? I just said don't. I could give you some deductive reasoning, Buzz, if you want, dude.
Discovery,
If you
go
want.
at throttle up.
Check Barron's last. Latest Atlas flights were using Vulcan specs fairing, so they tested the fairing and SRBs before on Vulcan. New fairing for Atlas V is the stepping stone to Vulcan Centaur. Okay, so why didn't that happen on Vulcan's flights, guys? Riddle me that one, genius. Come on, I'll wait. I got nothing but time. If ULA is still investigating the issue, right? And they went and launched Vulcan with Peregrine and then launched Vulcan again on the CERT 2 mission. It didn't have any problems either time. but they still knew that this could happen, why would they launch it? Anyone? You don't do space flight like that, guys. There's your deductive reasoning. Hiding the fact of the matter and biding time. Yeah, but those fairings worked. Thor, personally, my only issue I have with the fairing is that it's not reusable. Yep. Tori Bruno has the EJ contacts. Nah, I'm not that cool. The part that fell off was the sound insulation inside of the fairing. They use different insulation depending on the SAT's acoustic criteria. You seem convinced. You seem convinced. How about no? Yeah, Hellfish, maybe. Anyway. While Horn would not discuss the payload fairing debris observations in detail, he said the Space Force would elect to certify the Falcon rocket for national security launches. Space Force could elect to certify the Falcon rocket. They did. They did. SF-106 is on the books. They absolutely did. With open work, as long as we're satisfied that we're on a good path to resolution of any technical issues. In any case, where you may have a crossover between similarities, design, and production, you're always looking to ensure that you don't have a similar sort of issue, even if it's a significantly different mission profile like Vulcan. Nice. They launched it in with people. Yeah, right. Look, man. You see, here's the thing. This is where I'm at. This is not a problem. It's not an issue. It's something that's already been figured out. I can say that with pretty reasonable confidence. They wouldn't have launched Cert 2 if it was an issue. I'm telling you. They would not have done that. Pretty sure that just said it's not the same fairing. I know. It's like when I'm like absolutely sure and somebody says, no, you're wrong. And I say, no, you're wrong. I double down. I double down because I know what I'm talking about. If it was something that I wasn't sure on, I would have been like, oh yeah, let's learn or something. Remember, you know how I do that? Anyway, next bit of news. So Phil, you linked this one. What's this one about? Space Force opens up national security launch contracts to new players. Oh, Sandra Irwin over at Space News. U.S. Space Force on October 30th opened up the bidding process for emerging space launch providers to compete for national security missions under NSSL Phase 3 Lane 1. You know, we already know who got a big contract there. Hey, Builder. It's been a bit. How's it going? It's going good. You're always wrong. Yeah, I know. I'm the streamer. I'm always wrong. The new RFP, or Request for Proposals, is part of an on-ramp strategy designed to allow new entrants to vie for contracts alongside SpaceX, Blue Origin, ULA. Yes, SpaceX, Blue Origin, and United Launch Alliance. Lane 1 program, structured as indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity, IDIQ contract, is projected at over $5.6 billion over 5 years, allowing the Space Force to issue individual task orders to qualified providers. SpaceX earlier this month won a first round of Lane 1 task orders worth $733.5 million. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. SpaceX, Blue Origin, and ULA. Yes.
Discovery.
Hey,
go
Galactic
at throttle.
Surfer, 39-month resub. And Capybara Cosmonaut had an 87-monther in there, too. Appreciate it, guys. Yep. For the current on-ramp, prospective providers must demonstrate readiness for a first launch by December of 2025, with formal proposals due this year by December 13th and awards expected by spring of 2025. This on-ramp opportunity is critical for fostering competition and ensuring reliable access to space for national security operations. Are you sure? Said Colonel Douglas Pentecost, Deputy Program Manager for the Assured Access to Space at Space Systems Command. Emerging launch service providers are able to on-ramp each year to the NSSL Phase 3 Lane 1 contract when their launch systems are ready, giving us more diversity and competition. Cool. Among the potential new entrants, Rocket Lab stands out with its Neutron launch vehicle, anticipated to be ready for its first flight by mid-2025. You sure about that? You sure about that? No, I wish them all the best. I like Rocket Lab a lot, actually. The company recently achieved a milestone by completing tests on its Neutron engine. Yeah, the Archimedes engine. Relativity Space, another potential contender, indicated that its new vehicle might not be ready until 2026, which could delay its eligibility. IDDQD contracts don't include proofreading. Super sure. You sure about that? The NSSL Phase 3 Lane 1 program aims to conduct at least 30 missions during the initial 5-year period spanning fiscal year 2025 to 2029 with a potential 5-year extension. The contract could run through 2034, providing a long runway for new entrants to integrate and demonstrate capabilities. Pretty big, maybe space is the future. Kind of crazy to think about in the next 5 to 10 years. No more people can actually converse. I told you, man. I told you that the pot is brewing, dude. Are you listen to me? Now, I know I'm just some random weirdo on the internet. Like, I get it. But also, I watched the spaceflight economy pretty damn close. Yeah, this is a huge turning point. The NSSL contract, that whole contract architecture is actually really good. It's really good, and I said it at the time. NSSL came basically from rewriting the EELV contract, the Evolved Expendable Launch Vehicle contract, which was something that came out basically from the early 2000s. EELV was basically a contract stipulating who launches spy satellites into space, like who gets the money for that. All the money went to ULA, and then when there ended up being more of a market, Falcon 9. They ended up rewriting NSSL. They rewrote it when the Space Force got founded. That was part of that whole thing, just getting rid of EELV because it doesn't promote competition and putting in a framework that allows more people to get in on launching defense satellites into orbit. There's 3 phases that have been rolled out thus far. Phase 1 was the Launch Services Agreement, basically providing seed money to launch vehicles. Blue Origin, SpaceX, ULA, and Northrop Grumman got contracts for NSSL Phase 1. Actually, no. I don't think SpaceX got a contract for it. I forget. And then there was NSSL Phase 2, Launch Services Procurement. Out of those four providers, procurement is basically buying launches throughout. I think Phase 2 goes to 2028, if I'm remembering correctly. And then this is Phase 3 from 2028 all the way to 2034. But Phase 3 actually allows more people to be able to bid their launch vehicles to launch satellites, which is cool. That's a good idea. Phil, I got it right? Dude, Phil, you want to hear something crazy? All I could think about is how stupid of a decision it was for Northrop Grumman to not see Omega through. I'm serious about that. I'm not just saying that because I really like Omega and I think it's a good launch. I think it was a good launch vehicle. Dude, how badly did they screw up by being like, yeah, no, Antares is fine. We'll just keep using we'll just keep using our rocket with Russian engines in a Ukrainian first stage. So, okay, a little bit of context to this for the people that don't understand. Northrop Grumman got a contract for Launch Services Agreement. They did not get a contract for Launch Services Procurement. All right? So that means they rolled out, they got $500 million from the Air Force to develop their Omega launch vehicle, which is basically solid rocket boosters just stacked on solid rocket boosters. It's actually a pretty cool design. And they when the LSP came out, they awarded it to ULA and SpaceX. Northrop Grumman didn't have a contract. So what Northrop Grumman did at the time, they basically shuttered Omega. They said, we're not doing that. And just said, we'll keep Antares. This LSP came out in 2019, I think. 2020, somewhere around there. They said, we'll just keep using Antares. Now, keep in mind the date. Right? No, not 2014. The LSP was... NSSL is something that's post Space Force. So this was sometime like 2020 or 2021, something like that. So what happened is they said, it's like either 2020 or 2021, something like that. They basically said, okay, we don't want to finish developing this vehicle because it's got no launch contract, so we're just going to scrap it. We'll just keep using what we have. We'll keep using Antares, which uses a Ukrainian core stage that's developed by was developed by Yuzhnoye in Ukraine, and it uses NPO Energomash engines. Russian engines, Ukrainian core. I called not seeing through Omega. I called that stupid at the time. I called that a really short-sighted thing to do when they canceled it. And that was before the crap hit the fan geopolitically. Yeah. Yeah, that was before the crap hit the fan. And guess what? Antares needs to be redesigned because they don't have any core and they don't have engines. The last couple of Cygnuses have launched on Falcon 9. NG-20 and NG-21. Whoops. Man, if you saw through, I said it was a stupid decision. Can you imagine if they saw it through? If they saw through Omega and got Omega finished? Not only would they not have no launch vehicle to launch something into space because of foreign supply chains, they would also have something to bid on Lane 1 for Phase 3 and could potentially make tons of dollars. Whoops! Yeah, I said that was dumb at the time, and it turns out that was dumb. If it was me, Omega would be flying already, and I'm sorry, I guess you don't want a $700 million Lane 1 contract. Okay. Why you have to get mad? There's only Rocket. MLV is scheduled to fly in 2026. Omega would have been flying already, Pete. Omega would have... So, let me rephrase this. Because Antares, and Pete, I know you know this. This is just for everybody else. Omega was 2018 to 2020. Thank you, Yuri. If they had seen it through from the launch services agreement and seen through Omega first would have flown in like 2021 or 2022. And then you don't need to worry about buying missions from your competitor, which is exactly what Northrop Grumman did. The last 2 Cygnus flights have flown on a Falcon 9. I would know. I watched one launch. I was there when NG-20 launched. It's a great mission. I also rated WD-40 stream in real life that day. That was funny as hell. Anyway, I digest. But yeah, I'd said that was a stupid idea at the time. Can you imagine where they'd be if they saw it through? You wouldn't have to worry about Antares, that's for sure. And now you would have a rocket with 25-ton payload capacity that could bid on Lane 1 contracts. And you also wouldn't have to pay other people to launch your rocket into space. Or launch your spacecraft to the ISS, let me put it that way. Silly questions. What's with the little tablets next to the PC monitors? Those? Checklists, I think. I forget, dude. It's been a while. Mission control hasn't looked like this in a long time. What's that, Helzekin? Oh. Why put wings on it if you're not going to use the wings? Why put oh yeah. Elzegan, you said what about their transporters? I'm confused. I don't see any of my GSC. Vertication, the vertication equipment, even though that's a reach by you. Okay. This is like Mercedes' newest concept vehicle. Can we get back to talking about like the actual rockets, not the pipe dream from somebody that knows nothing about aerospace? Can we get back to that, or? Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, you're right, Ray. It's definitely a hypersonic missile with seats. But it works. I don't care how good your 3D graphics budget is, man. That dude, I spotted several things with that are going to be very challenging problems to overcome. Namely, staging at hypersonic. That's okay. The staging at hypersonic with wings is, or actually, it's not even a stage; it's a drop. Dropping at hypersonic speeds is kind of a bit of a challenge there. Yeah, re-entry drool. Yeah. Why even bother with wings? Why stage hypersonic? Why land vertically? Anyway. So, yeah, okay. Let's go here. This is Mike Sheets' article from CNBC, or Knibs. All right. Rocket builder Firefly's new CEO is working maniacally to scale launches, spacecraft, and lunar missions. Huh. All right, let's see. Yep. Jason Kim, the new CEO of the rocket and spacecraft builder Firefly Aerospace, said he's going to work maniacally to scale the company's efforts, which range from rocket launches to moon landings. All of Firefly's product lines are generating revenue, Kim said, and the company has kicked off fundraising around a capital with a new lead investor. All right. At the end of the day, we have to execute. As long as you can execute, you can keep going bigger and bigger and bolder and bolder. Okay. Jason Kim just nabbed one of the most coveted yet high-pressure C-suite gigs in the space industry. As the new CEO of rocket and spacecraft builder Firefly Aerospace, he's no longer under the Boeing umbrella after leaving his previous role leading their satellite-making subsidiary Millennium. And he's joined an operation that's in rarefied air as one of only 4 companies in the U.S. with an operational orbital rocket, with a growing spacecraft and lunar lander production lines. But now he's taking on a market dominated by Elon Musk's SpaceX. Legacy player ULA and rising challenger Rocket Lab are also ramping up their efforts in the market, with Jeff Bezos, Blue Origin hot on their heels. You could call what Blue Origin did this morning ramping up. Yeah, that's probably, yeah, okay. Kim is unfazed. He sees gaps in the launch market for Firefly's Alpha and upcoming MLV rockets, which slot into the middle of the small to heavy class of vehicles. In the history of the world, we started with the sea, and then we went to rail, roads, and then airplanes. I think space is the next big transportation play. It's a new category that Firefly is going to help create. Oh God, I hope he didn't make any SAT buses. Why they gotta talk like that? Why you gotta talk like that? It's a transportation play. Look, just say it's profitable. Just say it could potentially be profitable, and we could have a bigger market cap. Why you gotta say it? Why you gotta talk it like that? Stop talking like a finance bro. This is space flight. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm a cop, you idiot. Anyway. Millennium also worked alongside Firefly last year when it launched the Space Force's experimental Victus Nox mission. That was actually pretty cool. So Kim said he'd already seen firsthand the unstoppable attitude and calculated risk-taking of Firefly employees. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm going to work maniacally to support this team so that we can achieve all of our visionary ideas. Better than what the last guy was saying. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. He actually did really good stuff at Millennium, and they are one of the more successful branches of Boeing Defense and Space. Successful? I understood all those words, Phil, but successful branches of Boeing Defense and Space aren't something that seem to... It's word vomit. Sorry, sir. Tech Bros, he's trying to get funding from Don't Know Rockets either. You got to give him the spiel. You know what, Bob? That's a very good point. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I see what he's doing. All right, cool. Right. It's all good. That's right. The Boeing stock goes in the square hole. Okay, cool. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm going to work maniacally to support this team so that we can achieve all of our visionary ideas. Firefly's previous CEO was in the job for less than 2 years before a shock exit in July after reported allegations of inappropriate employee relationships. It was the latest in what's been a roller coaster existence for Firefly. It was founded, went through bankruptcy, got restarted, and underwent a federally forced ownership swap all in the past decade of existence. Yeah, that's right. There was a guy from Ukraine that owned Firefly, and they forced him to sell the company if they wanted to bid on defense missions. All the while, Firefly's pushed forward, building and testing at its rocket ranch outside of Austin, Texas. The 700-person company has launched its Alpha rocket 5 times from California's Vandenberg Space Force Base, reaching its intended orbit successfully on 2 of those. They also locked FF out of their launch pad. They locked Firefly out of their launch pad at Vandenberg during that. That's crazy, dude. Firefly majority owner AE Industrial Partners moved quickly this summer to bring Kim over from Millennium, as he said he got a call 3 days after Firefly's prior leader exited. Wow, that was quick. Kim said being CEO of Firefly was never in my roadmap, but emphasized that he was excited for the new challenge. That means your boy got paid. Your boy got paid. I like Firefly for what it's worth, guys. Yeah, just I like Firefly. And this guy, okay, me being a complete dickweed aside, this guy actually sounds pretty cool. Here, let me show you. What I learned through running multiple companies is that I think autonomy is something that is very precious when you're running a company. And that autonomy helps you make the best decisions. You use your funds in the best manner to scale and create differentiators. It helps you continue to grow and innovate at a very rapid pace. And so I would say that Firefly and autonomy are synonymous. That's what's going to help us grow and continue to evolve and be sustainable. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at those Reavers. Look at the Reaver engines chooching right there. That's pretty good. Nothing against the guy, but why hire anybody out of Boeing right now? Millennium is actually a profitable venture, Wisp. Look at Boeing's quarterly filings report from the other day. Millennium has been profitable for a long time. Carolox, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. One of the IRL streamers that you watched was at the Space Center in Houston today. I enjoyed trying to be you in chat. Oh yeah, Thor? I got to use the compared to what argument for SLS, and I'm for more rockets with all the negative Nancys. Welcome to my struggle, Thor. Every freaking day, dude. Compared to what? Compared to what? The other freaking rocket that we have? But see, like I said, that door is very, very slowly closing, especially with companies like Firefly around. But yeah, good. Good, man. Right on. Reaver is one of your favorite modern American-made engines. Why? Why? No, it's a good motor. Yeah, yeah. Check out the videos of the Miranda engine. It's basically a scaled up Reaver. Yeah, you like tap-off cycles. Cool. And then Firefly's working on MLV. Standing at 183 feet, is designed to launch as much as 16 tons into orbit. The intended successor to Northrop Grumman's Antares rockets, the pair of companies are co-developing MLV and aim to launch it for the first time in 2026. Yeah, Northrop Grumman had to go to Firefly. You know, if they just saw Omega through with the money that you were given to see Omega through, you might not have this problem, but whatever. Sorry, I'm salty. I wanted Omega to exist. Antares 330 could launch at the end of 2025 with an MLV first stage. Cool. I'm always down for RTLS launches. Whenever there's a launch of any kind, I take Night Viper with you. Yeah, okay, Running Bear. Yeah, Knight's good people. I've met him when I was out in Lompoc. I don't know if maybe I met you too, Running Bear. I don't know. Don't know why, but the visuals of Antares will always make me like that rocket. Also, Space Frog. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Are there any rockets that have had engine changes as much as Antares? No, not really. Oh yeah, they want to catch MLV. Yeah, that's right. I remember we read about that. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Seeing Omega roll out of the VAB would have been amazing. I agree. He told me about it. I would have really loved to meet you that day, but I had to take your sister out of town. There will be other times, Running Bear. I'll be back. And in greater numbers. Wait. Yeah. Okay, so let's let's finish this up with looking at SBL. What's going on over here? Let's take a look. 33 is doing cryo testing over there. If Relativity gets things moving along, they also have a chance. Should be way cheaper to use 3D printed rockets. Electrocutor, I heard that they abandoned that and they're going to more conventional milled steel designs. Or milled aluminum, excuse me. Starship Gazer has a photo of Ship 33 full of fuel. Yep. I did watch some of that trip when you came out here to buy the F-250. Yeah, Running Bear, exactly. Well, if you're a friend of Night, any friend of Night is welcome in here. New tile pattern around the upgraded flaps is nuts. Yeah, 3D printing is fallacy. Yeah, that was you know, let's show investors our stuff is different. If you want to see something after stream, there's an interview with the guy that worked at SeaWorld and helped SpaceX with LOX densification. Oh, cool. Neat. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Did you guys talk about the Nuglins rollout? Yeah, Horizon, we did. Yeah. Jared interview is in 6 minutes on NSF. Oh, I kind of want to watch that. Does that mean we're getting a Starship with killer whale paint? I'm on board. Where does the Starship go? That's right, it goes in the square hole. Is the video? It's not live, right? The interview is premiering, or the video is premiering, correct? It is live. Okay, cool. Yeah, sweet. We just... Yeah, you guys, I think we should kind of probably cut to that for the end of Space News, but I don't want to restream their live stream. Not like that. Check what I just sent you. Comparison to how much fuel the V2 ship can hold. Oh yeah, that's the real big thing about 33. Look, they made the fuel and oxidizer tanks way bigger, to the detriment of payload volume. Interestingly enough. For some reason, there's a volcanic ash advisory over SpaceX Boca Chica launch sites. Probably, maybe wildfires or something. Yeah, dude, look at the difference. See? That's also, this structure just kind of got a little bigger. Yeah, see? These Block 2 Starships. This is probably why Elon has said that they're going to extend Starship, because in order to get that payload capacity, the payload mass capacity that they want, they need more of that. So you'll probably, when he said, oh yeah, we're going to work on a stretch version, you're probably seeing the rapid iteration of a stretch version. Stretch the fuel tanks first, and then stretch the entire vehicle. Can I talk to Jared? No, I think, I would love to be honest with you. I would love to do that, but, I think Jack and Sawyer are going to do it. Yeah, I probably should have said that I was available for that. But, guys, I didn't want to, what I don't want is to have the dog working during that. Like, it's just not a good week for me. So, don't worry. Jack and Sawyer will do just fine. They'll do just fine without me. All right, Flavia, yeah, you guys are going over the NSF stream. As you should, as you should. Thanks for the stream, bro. Heading over to see what he's got to say. Guys, I'll even link you. In fact, if we do restream it, I'm probably going to shut YouTube off. So there's the link for the people that want it. Give me 1 second, I'm asking. Thousands. We'll be back either today or tomorrow. Okay, cool. I shot a message to Kevin, but he's probably too busy, you know, producing this whole thing, so we're unlikely to get a response. But yeah, I didn't sign up for it, dudes. I should have, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. No problem, Pat. Actually, like I said, guys, I might pack it in a little bit earlier and then just go yeah, you know what? That's what we're gonna do. I want to watch this interview, and you guys should too. So I'm gonna post the link over in Twitch, on the Twitch side of things, and we'll go from there. You guys go watch this on NSF. Jack is doing his thing over there.
NSF Live.
Yeah, see? Yeah, he's doing his thing. Go watch it, and I'm gonna end Space News a little bit earlier than today. But don't worry, there's only one more day of these shorter streams, and then on Friday we're back over to long streaming. Let's go see what Jack and everybody else is up to. I posted the link. That's what I'm going to go watch. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the Space News, the Space and Rocket review for today. But I will see you guys all tomorrow. Tomorrow at noontime. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, have a nice day. No, wait, no, that's something different. All right, I want to go see this Rick interview. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you.